I hope it's not too dark. That light shining in there isn't good. Let me turn you around here, away from the light. Maybe that's better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I got the, oh, my hair's a mess. I've been busy. Hi, guys. Oh, man, you're probably like, why is she coming back to show us the same thing? There, I'll let you look at the house instead of me. You're probably wondering why I'm back to show you the same thing that I've already shown you. I have a tweak for you. I just posted a picture. I've got my mom's birthday's coming up and my friend Julie's birthday's coming up. And so I've been wrapping gifts. I hope they don't see this, but it's not really the end of the world. It'll just be a teaser. They'll wonder what's in here. But I was wrapping some gifts and I thought that I would use some of these rosettes that I made the other day with you guys, and they were a little too small. And I remembered Patricia Clayton. I talk about her every once in a while. She's just a follower on here and a vintage lover like myself, and she's creative, and she sent me a picture of a more stacked rosette. And so I'm like, so we're texting back and forth, how did she stack them up? So I thought, since she showed me how to do it, I practiced a little bit, and I laid all this stuff out to do it yesterday, and I didn't get to it, and then I was wrapping gifts today, and yada yada yada. Anyway, here we are. And you know, I try not to hold any secrets back from you guys, so here we go. I posted the picture already. So I started with this gift for my mom, and I used this is ribbon from Hobby Lobby or any craft store. It doesn't necessarily have to be Hobby Lobby. Anyway, so I did the same thing, except, well, what did I do? I folded it in half and then in half again. I folded it 2 folds over, okay? And then I just spun it, and I got this little rosette. So I thought I would show you that, show you how high it is, but it's on the same idea. I just didn't do the twisting because this ribbon's really thick, but I thought I would show you that one. Probably not my favorite one, but I would say if you were making something and maybe gonna put greenery around it, like one of these old boards that I decorate, like pretend I'm working on staining this one, but like if you put a cluster of 3 of those flowers and then like put a greenery arrangement on here and maybe tuck another couple in there, those would be what you would need those for, something to kind of add to the sides. So I wanted to show you that, not that I'm proud of it, it's just my mom will like it. You know, moms like anything you make, right? That's their job. They have to like what you make. So, and then this one is for my friend Julie, and these were the 3 that we, oh, I haven't glued them down yet. I forgot I hadn't glued it. I was just thinking. But these were the ones that we made the other day. I made 3 different sizes. You can see here, right? And I thought they were fine. For her, I thought they looked cute as a little cluster that kind of gave them the rise, and I liked that the burlap kind of matched the brown paper, which is from Hobby Lobby. And you guys remember I tell you I always buy white and black, or just like neutral at Christmas time. And then this is my year-round weddings, birthdays, Mother's Day, whatever, wrapping paper. So I don't really buy Christmas paper per se. Sometimes I will. If I decide I want to throw a little pop of color in, I might. But most of the years, I just go buy their paper because you get so much and then I use it. I always get off track, but you guys know that. That's why you guys are good, because you get it. It's a squirrel brain thing. Okay, so here's what I'm going to show you today. I'm showing you this because I want you to see the ribbon that I started with, and this is the same. These rosettes are what I got from this ribbon. So none of this is old or antique or vintage. It's all purchased, but it has that vintage look to it. So I want to show you, these are, Patricia gave me the idea of going thicker. So when I make things, I always like the sweet little tiny, and I was trying to keep it small because, for example, here's the stool that I wished I would have remembered to bring in when we were doing our video the other day. Let's see here, let me put you up. There you go. So it would be like this. If I would make a whole bunch of these and just glue them all the way around and then put a stencil on the top, that's the stool that we posted the other day. Okay, so mine, of course, were turning out flat, like in the picture. I'm not sure I had that right side up. No, I didn't. I had it upside down. There, this is right side up. You can tell, like, especially on this one, this is right side up. And see the difference? This little thing kind of sticks up and makes it cute. All right, so, and then I mentioned the other day too about the factory made ones. So I have those here too, and I'll be putting these on my website. I sold a ton of these at my shop, and I have some left. So, and this one we added a pearl into it, just, but that's what they look like. So that's the difference. Oops. You can see it's just a completely different look. This is more sewn and pleated, and this is just twisted and turned. But there's all sorts of ways of coming up with that. So I thought real quick, since I had all this stuff out here, the glue gun is hot. My phone's on backwards. I didn't mean to put my hand up there like that. And I'll look at your comments in a minute and I'll answer your questions. But I always do that at the end for anybody that might be new here. So first of all, Patricia said, I'm going to start with the muslin ones that we were doing before. Oh, that's one whole big long one. Well, let's just go with it. I just ripped a shred because none of my... should I go that far back to show you about ripping them and stuff? Let's do, because I've got it just right here. Hang on, I'll grab it. I was sitting and ripping, and I know some of you maybe don't even know what I'm talking about. This is muslin. You can see, can you tell the thickness? There's my fingers, see that? You can still see through it. Muslin is just like a curtain liner, and you can get different thicknesses of it. Muslin can be bought by the yard, and typically it can be stained. You can get it in white, you can get it in cream. That's all the scoop. And then what I usually do is cut about an inch or so, and then you just pull it. Okay, you just pull it. Now you'll get some strings. See, let's see. Oh, my lighting is terrible for my door. But there's some strings that you get here, like this, see? And so you just pull the strings off. When you cut, you can do this with old sheets as well, but they get really, really stringy. So just know you'll have a little pile of strings, and they're kind of frustrating. And you can pull, like if you cut 3 or 4 strips, you can pull them all and just work your way down the thing. I don't know how many yards this would be, but I just sit and watch TV and rip when my husband's not home. He hates to listen to me doing that while he's trying to watch a show. So I try to go so fast, you guys. I always have so much to tell you, and then I feel like my videos are so long, and I'm repeating myself. But I get questions, so I'm just trying to think of everything I can think of to tell you. So I usually cut them about an inch, and then when I'm creating, I will take that inch strip and cut it again. So here's an inch. I didn't rip it all the way down, but I'll cut it again. Like this one could be cut a couple of times, and rather than cutting all of those pieces, I just keep the 1-inch shreds there handy. But what I like about the ripping, now, like if you were like my mom, she's a little more precise. She would cut them, but I really like the string. Let's see, yeah, see all this, not the strings, but the hairy, like the hairiness. I put my phone on here backwards, so I'm like all confused. Yeah, see the fuzzy? Okay, you get that when you rip it, okay? You can do this with fabrics. If you have old shirts, old blouses or whatever, you can try the same thing. Just give it a cut to get it started and then see if it'll rip. If not, you'll have to cut it. But so what Patricia told me to do was to cut about a 2-inch strip. So I had to go, that's why I went and dug out some more to start ripping. So it's a little heavy for 2 inches, but it's about 2 inches. I just randomly chopped. Okay, so let me put you down here where you can see. And I'm gonna do it with this, and I'm gonna do it with this ribbon, so you can see both of them, okay? And here's my glue gun all ready to rock here. Okay, so I didn't cut a length. I've got all of this whole length here, okay? So I'm just gonna go until it looks pretty and I'm done. Okay, so she said to fold it in half. or fold it a third and fold it again. That's how she said to do it. So as you work, it's gonna come unrolled. I kind of had that earlier. So you just do your best to hold it. Can you see that? If the comments are in the way, you just swipe them over. For my phone, I swipe it to the right and the comments get out of the way. And that way you can see what I'm doing. And that'll work on anybody's video, you guys, not just mine. Okay, so here we go. And then if you want back to the comments, you just swipe them back. Okay, so I folded it triple, and then, so now I'm holding it. It's folded triple, so now I'm about 3/4 of an inch tall. And what I'm gonna do is just start spinning it. I'm just twisting it through my fingers. I'm holding this finger steady, just like we did with the little teeny tiny pieces, okay? And however tight you wanna make it is how tight, but the idea of going bigger, I don't wanna twist it as tightly. The little skinny, you have to twist it more to see all of the rolls. With this, you don't have to so much. So I'm going to glue this to itself. See that so it's all rolling clear to the end. Okay, and then, let's see how, she didn't give me all the details here. She just said cut it fatter and double it. So, okay, all right. So once you get started, you're good. Okay, so then I just put a little bit of glue. I put about 2 or 3 inches of glue on there, and then I'm gonna start rolling it. Okay, and then as you roll it, you're gonna wanna work, so I kind of have my thumb shoved up in there a little bit, and that's keeping this tip up. Okay, and then I just need to add glue as I wrap it, I'm gonna drop it. Oh, poop, I dropped it. Okay, as I go around and round, because it got hot. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm still wrapped, I'm still twisted. Ooh, that one was hot. Till I get it big enough. Okay, all right, can you see when I put it down? It's easier probably laying down, but I'll hold it up here. And so then you just keep adding a little bit of glue and spinning it around and around and around. Twisting is the best. And then I'm gonna work it down. Like I'm trying to make it like a, see how it gets, like I can put my finger in there. I'm working it down or up, however way you're holding it. Okay, so I need to get some more glue in here. Keep going. But I just want to show you how you can stack, almost make them stacked and a little more dimensional. So I could stop this and keep it small, and it would work on the side of the stool at this size right here. Just whack it off right here and glue it down. And see, that's super sweet. And let me show you the difference here. Did I have I guess I'll have to use the burlap one, but and I thought I had another one here. Anyway, so there you go. See the difference? I kind of like hers a lot better. I thought mine were good, but I liked hers better. I knew there was people that did them different different ways. So I'm glad she spoke up and showed me. Okay, so I fold it again, just doubled it over, and by having it glued now, it's not as hard to work with. So I'm just doing a little bit of spinning. I don't usually do the same video right after, but it was such a, I don't know, it was related to what might be on your guys' mind, and I thought it was a nice addition and option, so I just decided to do it while I was into it, right? I needed these for gifts, so yeah. Okay, so going here. And then again, you can just make it as big as you want. So this one's fairly small. I know she had made one that yesterday morning or the morning before. I don't remember when she sent it to me. The next morning after I did my video. And hers was bigger. So I'm gonna keep going if you guys don't care. I'd like to see a bigger one. And then I'll take just a second and do one with the burlap that I did on this other package. Okay, keep going, keep twisting. Trying not to get burned. And hers were even, I'm still tight compared to hers. She was doing it more almost like really, really puffy. But I love how it's not flat. See that? And so it's concave. Is that, there you go. Now you can see. So hers has a definite top and bottom. So anyway, I'm just gonna call that done. That's more like the size of what, you know, the things that I don't use these for a lot unless I'm doing lampshades. Then I like the big ones. And then I'm just gonna glue this in down so it doesn't stick out. Ooh, I need to give that glue a minute to cool. Okay, and then that rosette is done. Okay, let me get this glue off my fingers. Okay, and then I still have a ton. Like, look, I could probably get, what, 6 out of this one strip, maybe more. You can just keep going, or I could make a great big one. Okay, so now let me show you real quick while you're still here. And then there is something I wanted to talk to you guys about. I requested your help. And I was nervous to do that. I was a little bit nervous about it because I thought, oh, I just don't want everybody to say she's a crafter. I was worried. I was so worried you guys would say she's a crafter. Let me set this up and then I'll chat about it while I'm rolling. Okay. So, and I flip my camera. So I keep doing it like I always do. I'm in this thing with Jennifer Allwood. It's just a short little 5-day business, boost your business, whatever. And it's just to kind of get your head back in the game and just to make sure you're set up and doing what your audience wants from you. And today her thing was that so many people do too many things. And so instead of being really good at one thing, you're doing like 5 different things because as a creative, you kind of do have that, you know, oh, I can do like a mom multitasking, you know, well, while I'm boiling the bottles, I can be fixing dinner and helping my little one do crayons. And, you know, you're just always busy and, oh yeah, I got to pay the electric bill. I'll get that done. And while you're throwing clothes in the dryer with your left foot. And that's just always how I've been. And so, you know, I noticed several of you said that I sold real estate and I paint houses and I did close my retail store. So trying to hone in, I decorate weddings, like I do all of the things. And she's so right. And it is confusing to you guys when you see me post, oh, look, we decorated a wedding this weekend, or, oh, look, I just sold a house, yay, you know, like I have all these things. And I used to have a Facebook page for every single one of them. Tammy loves chalking, which I still do the chalk couture. I do the weddings, I do all these things. So I knew that's why I signed up for her, was to help me hone in. So when I closed my store, it was called Tammy Loves. And I closed it in March. My husband's hated the store since the day I opened it. It was 7 years there. And it just was finally time. I don't know why with him, you know, please just get rid of that place. I don't know why you have it. I decided to close it in March and then COVID hit. It was crazy. The timing, I mean, is just incredible. But anyway, so with the closing of that, and it's like your dream and your baby, and I loved it so much. And so you mentally, not only physically, are you taking things out and selling things and, you know, and just wrapping your mind around that this isn't going to be my place anymore, and all of the hard work that you put into making it beautiful, and it's just all gone. And so it was very hard, couple of months transitioning everything that was left to the house and into my storage unit, and just really, you know, and then every time I would see Tammy Loves, my Facebook page, and then everything that came from that with the Tammy Loves wedding, Tammy Loves real estate, you know, it was very overwhelming to me, and I really did need to hone in and just do one thing. And so I did a lot of soul searching, and I felt like the one thing that I love is vintage, and I love antique shopping with my friend Julie. She's the one that got me hooked on this. She's created a monster. Years ago, I would schlep along with her to these antique shops when we'd be out shopping. She'd say, oh, please, can we just stop here? And we'd run in, and I'd wait for a while. I'd be like, could you hurry up? It stinks in here. I hated antique shopping. And I remember her buying this beautiful pansy painting. It was an oil painting, but it had a hole in it. And it was all like frayed out on one corner, and I didn't, you know, and it was $100. I'm like, oh my God, you're spending $100 on that old looking thing? But, you know, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. So now I get it. And we laugh about this now. And this is the God's truth. If you follow me very long, you know, I've told this story over and over. It is so true. So anyway, finding my thing, finding my thing, I added Tammy Loves Vintage to my page. That gave it a whole new feel, a whole new thing for me. And I did, I got a new logo, I got new business cards, like I just did all the things. Now we do still paint. I have a team of girls that have been painting houses with me for 27 years. And, 27 years. And, you know, we're a great team and we get so much done so fast. It's just been awesome. We've done it for full time for years and years, and we still do that. And I did shut down that page. We're still doing it. It's always repeat business, some referral business. I don't advertise, but it's our thing. And I love keeping us all busy doing that. But, my personal thing that I like to do for me in my home time is this vintage stuff, antique shopping. You know, there's pages that I follow that are huge, and I'm like, I love they're so inspiring to me. But I don't have the money to do a lot of the things that they do. I have my husband kind of keeps me from doing some things that I really want to do, but he keeps me in check. You know, I'm the saver, he's the saver, I'm the spender. You know, and it's a good team. It does complement each other very well, but you know, it's also frustrating because I see I could be better. So then I feel like I'm not good enough because I don't have all of those big, awesome things. But in this class today, here I'm coming around now to where I was going. In this class, the last couple, this third day, I realized that when the questions came as to what do, you write down what you think you do and what you think you are and represent and all this stuff. Then it says reach out to your people, friends, your page, text your, they want 10 people to say. And here, if you are in line with what you think you're doing and what the people are picking up from you, are they confused? Are they honed in? Is your focus correct? Another questionnaire thing was they wanted you to create an avatar. This is so interesting. So they wanted me to create an avatar. Like, who am I talking to? When I'm talking to you right now, who are you? How old are you? What are your interests? What bothers you at night that you wish you could solve? How much do you make? I don't know why she wanted to know that, but just trying to get me to hone in on an ideal follower. So it's a lot of soul searching, but she wanted us to reach out to our people to see if we were there. Oh, and we were supposed to she called it an avatar, and we were supposed to give her a name. So I called mine Fiona. I don't know if you're supposed to give it a real name, but I don't know why Fiona, but that's what I picked. I don't know a Fiona. I've not had a Fiona on here, so I went with Fiona. And I love Fiona. She's just perfect. She's like gonna be my new best friend if she were real. She would get me totally. But anyway, so that's why I asked you guys that question. And I love, thank you so much for not saying she's a crafter. I don't want to be a crafter. Like, I love crafting. I love the word crafting, but I feel like it's more than that. I feel like it's taking treasures and putting your heart and soul in it and making something that no one else is making. Like, it's just really, I don't know how to say it. That's why I asked you guys. I just don't know. And I mean, heck, I do. I mean, I glue flowers on packages. I just showed you. I mean, I do crafting, but I didn't want to be known as a crafter, right? So I was zipping through some of them just to see how many people are going to say. I even paused a minute and took a breath before I scrolled up to see what they were writing. And then I read a few. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Like, you titled me better than I could ever think of titling, and I'm so glad that she had us reach out to you guys. So I'm excited to sit and really study what all you said and really take it in. I guess the next question would be, what do you want from me? How can I help you? How can I serve you? And then when it comes to, what you're selling, you can't be, what did she say? You can't be a makeup artist and sell socks or whatever on your page. You need to stay with what you do. So when I think about the things on my website for sale, even though I'm a little bit decorating, a little bit antique-y vintage. I think it's a nice mix because creating and decorating, we do a lot with how to do your mantle, and I incorporate the vintage in. So I think it all works. I think I'm okay. I guess that's what I got out of this. I think I'm okay. So anyway, let me flip you down here. Oh shoot, and then I grabbed it the wrong way again. Okay, so I'm sorry. I got all this on my mind. I had to spit it out. My husband will be grateful that you all listened so he doesn't have to when he gets home, right? So, okay, here is this spool of ribbon, I guess we'll call it burlap ribbon. So what I did, I laid it out and I folded it in half, and then I folded it in half again, just like the muslin, So then I created something skinny out of something fat. See that? There you go, okay? So then what I'm gonna do is I want to get this tip folded over here to give me a nice bud for the middle. So let's do that first. And then I'm just going to start, I kind of got a little roll here. Then I'm going to, with my other hand, try and keep this folded. So I'm folded to here and then open. And then I'm just gonna start my twisting, okay? Starting my twisting. And then I'm gonna hold those twists and I'm gonna put some glue here so that as I wrap, it will glue down. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, that class just really got me thinking, and you know, I've been wanting to clean stuff out and it's just been sitting, and my husband doesn't like yard sales here. We don't have great parking, turnaround, all of that. We live on the side of a hill and our driveway isn't great. But you know what? I used to do yard sales here all the time. So I am going to do a yard sale, and I'm sorry, I'm going to do it. It's work on me. He has to give up the garage for a few days, and that's it. So I'm going to put my foot down. So if you hear the world shaking, you'll know Tammy must have told him she's going to do a yard sale, because I am, and I'm sticking to it. So, oh, he's probably listening, shaking his head. Oh, brother, what's she doing now? Poor guy. I keep him on his toes, that's for sure. So, oh, I'm pulling it way too tight. Let's loosen this up a little bit. I'm pulling it tight. But yeah, so I think I need to, what I had done, I started laying things out and was going to have the girls come and help me get pictures and just to get it done and get the descriptions going and get it all online. But I realized it's going to be a lot if I have to box and ship all of this stuff. So I'm going to do a yard sale. And I'm hoping for next weekend, but I don't know if I can get it together or not. I'm thinking Thursday, Friday. Thursdays always did great for yard sales for me. So yeah, we'll see. But it's more like crafty stuff, and it's all too good to just give away, just to take to Goodwill. You know, I've kind of kept up with getting rid of the junky junk. And, but yeah, it was time to kind of clean out the kitchen cabinets and just clean out everything. So that's what I've been working on. I stayed up till, oh gosh, it was probably 1 o'clock in the morning last night when I finally decided I'm doing this. Yeah, I really went crazy. So I need to get back at it. So here we go. So here is this one. It's a little harder to work with, but I guess I wasn't going to do this, but I wanted the ribbon, the flower to match the ribbon. When I went to put the ones I had made before, I wasn't loving it. It didn't like the white, and I didn't like the muslin, and so I thought I really need to do it with the burlap, and I didn't have any more flat burlap, so I did it this way. Now I can't really add a fourth one, can I? But yeah, it's too big, but I'll just save that for later. But anyway, that's what this is. So there you go. There you go. That's all I have. Let me see if you guys are saying anything. But I just thought I'd show you real quick how oh, I can't see a thing, how the thick ones stacked up. My lighting is so bad. Oh, I see Terry said she liked the gift. Look at this one for my friend Julie. You must not have been on when I first started. I added, these were the, oh shoot, I forgot. I haven't glued them down yet. Let me glue them down real quick. These were the rosettes that I made the other day with you guys. So mine were a lot flatter. And then one of my followers, Patricia Clayton, sent me a picture of some she had made that morning to show me how to make them puffier. And I really like them. So there's Julie's. So there, this is just Hobby Lobby ribbon. And then I used well no, on this I just used regular old burlap. Yeah, this is the one that I used, the hairy one. So there's the difference. You can see how much higher, like this one's laying flat beside of this flat one. So it just gave it a little oomph by wrapping it bigger instead of, I was keeping my shreds or my strips fairly small and wrapping them fairly tight. She said, loosen it up and go thicker and you'll get bigger, puffier ones. So there you go, Terry. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna look back. I'm all done. I always forget to tell you guys I'm all done. So I'm all done. So I want to look back though real quick and see if there's any questions. Oh gosh, I see a lot. A lot of times they just show you who, like sometimes it'll come on and it'll say somebody's watching. So let's see here. Hi Lucretia. I think you were the first one to say hello every video. If I'm not mistaken, you're always the first one on. Hi, Irene. Hope you're having a great day. Well, I sure am. I hope you are too. I'm getting a lot done. I got a big pot of vegetable soup going. And yeah, I've been pulling stuff for this probable yard sale. We'll call it that. Oh, there's Marla. She's sprinkled with love. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Marla. Gosh, I need to send, well, I should announce that first. I was gonna say I need to send my sprinklers, do like a drawing for my sprinklers. Oh, and Irene sprinkled. Oh my gosh, that is so nice. Hi, Julie. Thank you so much. Thank you. She says that looks nice. Hi, Dee Dee. Thanks for saying hello. There's Kathy loves it. Hey, Jen Glenn. I love your name. That's so fun. Pretty wrapping with those cute rosettes. Thank you. Well, yeah, they were just laying here on the table and I was thinking, now I got to make some kind of bow. And I thought, hey, why don't I just use these? Oh, thank you, Leota. I don't know if they're super wonderful ideas. Carol, great idea about the neutral paper for the, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Hopefully you caught my idea with the tulle, the big rolls of tulle you can get at this season at Hobby Lobby. Usually they're on the end caps, but I always buy the white and black. I've got a ton of it downstairs. Usually that's how I do up my packages, but I don't know, I just felt like going a little more, I don't know, be a little different. Julie always, her thing is wrapping presents, my friend Julie. So you always want to step it up just a little bit. And it just so happened that her birthday's right around the same time as my mom's. My mom's birthday's tomorrow. So while I had it all out, I just wrapped her gift too. So I stepped it up a little bit. But in many colors, you do those flower spinning colors. Yes, Leota, that's probably the biggest comment that I get is you need color. Where's your color? So yeah, I've been decoloring because I've had so much color in this house. My walls were a real pretty shade of green, and then I had like a burnt red on either side of my fireplace. If you look way back in my pictures, you'll see it, and I was full of color. And so I think it's neutral season now, and then I eventually will change it back to color, I'm sure. Let's see, because that's just how we do, right? I can remember fraying. Yes, that's the word. I can remember when we first started painting 27 years ago, we would paint houses and we'd do the most beautiful colors and all this stuff. In my house, when we moved in here, it was all white. It needed painted really bad, but it was all white. And so I couldn't wait to get color on the walls. I couldn't stand all of the white. And I would laugh. I would get on here, and not 27 years ago, but since 2013 I've been online, and I would come on here and say, my husband always says, what's wrong with white? You know, I did. I even said it that way. And now I'm like, I want white everything. I wish my trim was white. I wish my cabinets were white. I told him the next house where we get, I don't care where it is. I don't care what it is, but we will have white trim. He insisted that white trim was going to go out of style. It was going to date the house, and you don't want white trim. I'm not having a white trim house. And I'm like, okay, this house just happened to not have white trim, so I didn't get white trim. So I paint everybody else's trim in our area white. I paint everybody else's cabinets white. Sorry, my husband just called. He can tell I'm talking about him. But yeah, so I keep working on him, but he's a tough bird. You know him, he's a tough bird. You can't convince him. The raw edges. Yes, the raw edges is what looks great. Yes, the fraying. You guys are right. You like the frayed too. I did too. I thought that added a little bit. The last one I did, not this one, but the one before I came on here, I had to snip it because some of the stringy things were coming out. But yeah, it looked good. It looked good. There's Marty. Your names are falling right at my chair, so I can hardly see. There's Terry. Hi, Terry. Let me see. Is there any questions? Hello, Sarah. There's Leota. I use a piece of material for a base so I don't burn your fingers. Oh, that's a good idea. And then you just glue it down. Yeah, and it would hold it, right? So you're not struggling so much. See, you guys are so smart. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Something stiff, maybe like a piece of felt even, to hold it in place as you're twisting and gluing. And it would give you a surface to glue to besides itself. I like that, Leota. You're so smart. See, you guys are so smart. Let's see. Love watching you. You love everything vintage. Yay, Tina. I'm so glad you found me. Yeah, it took me a while. I was a slow learner, but boy, I got it. I got it bad. Joni, try tying a knot at the end of the fabric before you start rolling. That will give you a dimensional center. See, that's so smart too, Joni. That's so smart. Yeah, I hope you guys are listening and catching all of this. I can totally relate. Here we are, sisters, Renee. Yes. Let me see here. La la la. There's Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca, maybe. I love your name. You're not late. You're fine. You can always rewind if you want to. Oh, I'm speaking to your heart. I have major goosebumps. I've been trying to get the same thing across on my page. Yes, it's very hard when you do other things. Renee, like me, paints houses and does all of the faux finishing and stuff. And so my house is like all faux finished, and I keep, needing to change it, but I still like it. But it used to be a practice thing. I would do my house before I would go do someone else's house. And yeah, and I would always show that. And now here I am sitting and gluing things. So people are probably very confused about me. Move next door to me. Oh, I would love, wouldn't we just have a time? We'd have to create our own page together. Vintage vignetter. I love that, Dee Dee. Yes, that's me, a vintage vignetter. I love that. Oh, no, I can't say that, Wendy. I love it. It looks very pretty. It's like, it reminds me of my middle name. My middle name is Lene, and it's a capital L-A, capital N-A-E, and it's a very pretty looking word. It was a family name, and I passed it to my daughter. But yeah, it looks like Levian Vintage. Levian Vintage? I don't know what it means. I'm gonna have to look that up. I should screenshot this, but I'm afraid I'll hang up on you. Not hang up on you, but disconnect you. It's a beautiful gift. Thank you, Terry. Let me see. New here and love everything. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Well, I'm glad you found me. Thank you, Cheryl. Yep, so if you guys have a package you need to wrap up, thank you, Tina. Just the wrapping is a gift. Well, I don't know about that. Anybody can wrap a package. Let's see. Well, there's a hurry wrap job and then there's a nice wrap job, right? So yeah, there is a scale there of good to bad. Let's see, would love to go to your sale. Oh, well, I'll probably I'm sure I'll be telling you guys about it because I know that it's been a few years since I've done one. It's been a couple of years. And And then the one before that was at my daughter's house, and we had a lot of people come from this. People would share. So once I break it to my husband, like in person, and make sure it's okay, like really okay, that and it's a lot of work, but yeah, as long as I get the go ahead, then I'll start talking about it, and I'll show you guys things. And if you see something, I'm happy to pull it for you. Leslie, but you know, hi Leslie. Thank you, Leota, for sprinkling, and Julie sprinkled. That girl looks, or that gift looks so pretty. See it's right. It's right. My chair is right there. There. Rebecca Maybe says that gift looks so pretty. Thank you, Miss Tammy. I love how real you are. You make me feel like you are talking directly to me. I am Mary Beth, girlfriend. Here's something else. Okay, I don't know how many people are here. Let's see, my husband called and left a message. Okay, I've lost a few, but so those of you who are here are probably interested. Okay, so another thing that she had us talk about is, let's say this is on my website, and I want to show you. Renee, if you're still here, listen to this, because this is really good. So because she has a page, Faux Your Eyes Only, F-A-U-X, and she has a sale, what do they call it? An online store too. So, so I would come on here and say, hey friends, hey, I have this beautiful roll of ribbon. It is 30 feet long. It's $9.99. It's called a jumbo roll. Robert Stanley made it. It's from the Robert Stanley collection, and it is, you know, however wide and yada, yada, yada. And it's so pretty. I think you'll like it. Okay. That's how most of us would talk to our audience about selling something. So Mary Beth, I'm talking to you, Mary Beth. If you were like my best friend and we were just chatting, and I would say, oh my gosh, Mary Beth, I found the cutest ribbon. Look at this stuff. It's like got frayed on the bottom end and on the top end, and it's got wires in it so you can mold it and bend it, and it's super cool, and it was only $9.99. I couldn't pass it up, and I had to let you know about it. That's how you do it, right? You talk to your people like they're your best friend. So I'm like, oh, I kind of do that already. But I think when I'm holding something up, like I'm always like, oh, it's 6 inches long and it's 2 inches tall. And, you know, and you do all these things that you really wouldn't talk like that to your friends, right? So that's something I learned, and I need to remember to be relatable. So there's a lot over here on this side of the camera. There's a lot going on, right? And my glasses are still dirty. Talking directly to me, you share yourself. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mary Beth. That is so sweet. You love the neutral of my decor. Thank you for that. Oh, good. Thank you, Terry. You know, people will say about color, all I got to do is throw a purple pillow on my couch and a throw to match it, and maybe change out my rug with a little pattern, and I've got it. Your husband, Julie, won't let you paint on wood either. Mine either. And I told my husband, my cabinets are getting beat up pretty bad around the silverware drawer and the trash can cabinet. And, you know, there's just those few main drawers that you use. And I said, all I can do is look at them, look at those chips and marks, and wish I could do something about it. And he says, yeah, but if you paint it, it's going to chip all up. And I said, even if it chips up, at least I can fix them. I can just paint over the chips. Just leave me alone and let me do it. It's not like he had to pay for the labor. That's expensive to get your cabinets done. It's like $1,000 at least. And yeah, and so look at the money I would save him for a can of paint, right? He should let me do it. He should let me do it. He should be glad he's got me in his pocket instead of saying no, right? Right, friends? Best friends? Okay, not everyone is a white, and I give my decorations and crafting things. Not everyone is a white, and I give my decorations and crafting things. Leota, I'm not following you there, girlfriend. Say that again. Away. She said away. I don't, she must be leaving. Ellen says, hello, Miss Ellen. There's Leota. That's why I do many different colors. Oh, my daughters are both different from me and from each other. Yes, we're all different. And I think even if I had all red on my walls, I think you guys would still relate and just know that my walls are red and your walls are white or whatever. It doesn't matter. And you can easily add color in or take color away. It's not the idea of the colors and things, it's more the stuff and how it's done. You could, I mean, right? You can make a white crocheted blanket, or you can make a colorful multicolored crocheted blanket. It's still a beautiful handmade crocheted blanket. So the color part isn't really that's not what bothers me or whatever. Hey, there's Teresa. Hi, girlfriend. Hello, hello. Or brick. My husband won't let me paint our brick. Yeah, that's a tough one, Debbie. The best thing you could do is screenshot some Pinterest pictures of before and afters. And then we usually do, if the husband's game and the wife knows what she wants, that's one thing. But if there's still any hesitancy at all, we usually start with really dry brush, and we randomly we'll just drag our brush across just lightly over the raised parts of the bricks, here and there, very, what is our motto? What is our inconsistently consistent? So I don't want like 3 here and then 3 here and then 3 here. You want 1 up here and 1 over here and 1 down here. So in a whole fireplace, you might only do 7 or 8 bricks. Then you stand back and look at it, and the husband's like, oh, well, that didn't hurt anything. Okay. So then you do just a few more, and he's like, yeah, I see it. Okay, you're good. And then they usually leave. They're usually there just for a little, 10 minutes and be like, okay, you got this. I'm good. And then we might send some pictures along the way, like, because you don't want to take it too far with bricks. The problem with bricks is once you get paint in there, they're so porous, you can't get it back off. So it's kind of a scary thing. You can't sand it back. You can't, refinish it. It's there. Once you paint them, they're painted. So I like to go gentle. You can look back. I've got some brick painting, lots of brick painting videos and pictures. You might be able to find them easier on my YouTube channel, Tammy Loves Vintage. I don't know why. I feel like I can search through those YouTube videos faster than the Facebook ones, but I only see my Facebook on my phone. I think when you look at Facebook on your computer, there is like a video section, and so maybe it's easier. I'm just always on my phone, so. Okay, let me keep going here. Or is that the last? Nope, that's not the last one. Leota said bright. Get my glasses back. I can't see my dirty glasses. Deborah says hello from Florida. Oh, Deborah, I bet it's beautiful in Florida. I really want to come to Florida. I wish I had a Florida. Oh, I do have a Florida. My best friend Pam lives in Florida. I never thought about asking her about this. One time we went to Florida. I loved looking for seashells on the beach. And this one time where were we at? West Palm Beach. West Palm Beach. And we saw Burt Reynolds and Lonnie Anderson at a restaurant. That was pretty cool. Anyway, I was on the beach, and this guy, he says, so what are you looking for? He was an older guy. And I showed him, my shells, and he says, let me show you something new to look for. And he had these little, they looked like the size of a pea cut in half. They were flat on the bottom and then round, looked like a half of a pea. But they were white, and you could see little swirls in them, and he called them lids. And he said that there was like a, if I remember, gosh, this was 30 some years ago, but it was like a snail sort of shell, and when it breaks out of there, it pops that lid to come out. And so he says, the locals like to look for these. So I found myself a nice little handful of those. So I don't know whatever made me get on that. Somebody was from Florida. Where is she? So hi, Deborah from Florida. Have you ever found a lid? Do you know what I'm talking about? Message me if you want. I'll send you a picture if you don't know what I'm talking about. You agree, add color with the accessories and leave everything else neutral. Yes, exactly, Irene. Eileen, I think I've done so many houses that, they're tired of this or that. So I feel like a neutral wall, neutral sofa, do the crazy pillows, do the crazy rugs, do the beautiful flower arrangements, get your color in that way. But neutral chairs, neutral bedspreads, like how many bedspreads have I bought because, I love that bedspread. And then it only lasts a couple years and I'm sick of it. I'm flipping sick of it. Well, if you get just a neutral, even just a solid with like the design kind of carved into itself, how awesome that you can just throw different pillows. I like it, even a chocolate brown. Like you don't have to be cream or white. You can do just more solid. Gives you so much more freedom. And I guess that just shows I'm old, right? Young people, they learn the hard way like I did, right? So if they listen to us, then they'll save some money. Thanks, check them out. Yeah, see, ask around, see if anyone's heard of a lid. I don't know how close you are to that area, of course, but born and raised, I'm about an hour west of Orlando. I love to search for shells, but I don't decorate with them. I love the hunt. Like when you yard sale. Yes, there is a thrill about the hunting, isn't there? You need to, oh, Terry's from Florida. I should know that. I've shipped you things before. Get the cheap glass jars and at least put them in there so that you can kind of enjoy them all the way around when you know, wherever you, if you walk around the table, you'll see it. At least enjoy your shells. You know, you don't want to lay them all out all over the tables, but yeah, maybe just instead of keeping them in a plastic bag in the closet. Wouldn't that be funny if you said, oh my gosh, I keep them in a plastic bag in the closet? Wouldn't that be funny? But yeah, put them out and enjoy them. So especially living in Florida, that's kind of expected to see seashells. Seashells. You give them away. Oh, you're the sweetest. Did you see the movie where the girl walks on the beach? It had Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton, and she walked, I love this movie, and she walked on the beach. I can't remember what it's called. Can I? I can't think. Is it not What Women Want? I love that one too. Anyway, she picks up all of the white rocks when she's walking on a beach. If she sees a pretty smooth white rock, she'll pick it up, and she has a little dish or a jar or something. I think it was just a dish, and she's got all these white rocks in it. And then Jack Nicholson walks with her on the beach someday, and he picks up a black rock, and they're talking about, he says, why do you only pick up the white ones? And she said, I don't know, whatever. So he handed her a black rock and said, something to remember me by. I love that. I love that. It's so sweet. Oh, it looks like I need a Hallmark movie, right? I think I need a Hallmark movie. I've been watching Hulu. What's that? What am I watching? Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, I definitely need a romantic movie after this series. The coolest thing I ever found on the beach was a shark egg. What? Wow. What did you... What? Wow. I didn't even know sharks laid eggs. Huh. That's cool. Yeah, I think I'm speechless. I don't know what to even say about that. That's so cool. I would love to find a sand dollar. My daughter Abby brought me a bunch of little, she knows I like the little things. She brought me some of the sweetest little sand dollars. They're over there. Yeah. So anyway, okay, you guys, I always do this. This drives my husband. I love to do videos when he's not home because he always says, you take an hour to say goodbye. Just say goodbye. I can't help it. So anyway, I got to get back to pulling stuff for my yard sale. I got to clean up this mess, put my packages away. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I just felt like that was kind of maybe a good thing and I should share it. So have a great day. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate that. And thank you for all of your kind comments on that post that I just did. It really is helpful to know that I'm on track and in line with where I hoped I was and conveying what I was hoping to convey to you guys. So let me know if you need anything from me, if you wish I would show more of something or less of something, or if you wish I would say goodbye faster also. I won't feel bad. I'm asking, okay? You can say mean things now because I'm asking, okay? I'm in the season of figuring it all out. So help me out. Help me help you. How about that? Help me help you and let me know what you want. Sometimes I dial back and feel like, gosh, I've showed them my living room a million times. I only have a couple rooms in my house, so I don't, I can just keep showing you the same thing. But then I'll have somebody say, what is that behind you? I've never seen that before. I'm like, I feel like I show it all the time. So yeah, let me know. Maybe I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. I don't know. Let me know. Have a great day. See you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.